And now a traffic update. Currently, the autobahns between Edith and Anchorville, as well as Edith and Longport, appear to be relatively clear in both directions. However, owing to the rocket launch planned for this afternoon, the outbound route from Edith to Longley is currently backed up for 50 Salge. As this congestion is likely to escalate and repeat on the route back this evening, caution is advised for those heading to Eastern Calvert.
Next up, we have a report on the Republican armies scheduled for today. The presidential office states they will be done to assist Project Startaker for a prompt response to falling debris in the event of a failed launch.
It sounds like the Air Force and Army are finally on the move now that they're just under 3 hours before launch.
Yes. Evidently, we can no longer take these joint mock exercises at face value. Ketra.
Can't blame them for getting lost in their heads after
In any event, time is of the essence right now. We ought to thank the good inspector for expediting our transit.
Yeah. This baby'll let us zip down south along the Autobahn. Speed limits be damned. Just gotta make it back to Edith by around 11.
The first Grimcat and the Sword Hermit who made an appearance here are also in the mix, evidently. Oh, and about that other assistant of yours, Epstein's great-granddaughter. I wonder if she's with them too.
You can explain, can't you, Mom?
Yes. But keep in mind that these are my mother's affairs. All I can offer is either hearsay or my own guesswork. This much I can say for sure, though. She, Professor Hamilton, and Agnes's grandmother shared a close-knit relationship. Nearly 6 decades ago, my mother lived in the capital as an orphan. Crime was so rampant back then that by the age of 12, she was already a habitual pickpocket and burglar. It was then that she snuck into the home of a certain somebody. That somebody was none other than Sheena Dirk. The hero of the Democratic Revolution, over 70 years old and long retired from the world of politics. She played on her piano a melody that drew my mother in, ridding her of all notions of thievery. A series of events later, the two had bridged their multi-generational divide, becoming close friends. From what I gather, it was through Sheena's instruction that my mother discovered a new side of herself as a chansonnier. Not long after, Professor Epstein arrived from Le Mans State at the Republican government's invitation. They had brought him in to design Tryon Tower, during which time he stayed at Sheena's residence. In order to select and survey potential locations for the tower's construction, he had my mother, who was familiar with the capital, act as his guide. Shortly thereafter, his disciple Latoya and foster daughter Lilia also came to join him in the Republic. Though this threw my mother off at first, She and the girls soon took to one another, and before long, a site for the tower was decided. As a reward for her help, Professor Epstein gifted my mother the Fantanox compact. If I had to guess, that little transformation tool may have been created using the same technology he used to work on the Genesees. That's likely the reason it reacts to them every now and again. In any case, my mother accepted the compact despite her hesitation, kicking off our family tradition of working double lives. As for LaToya, Lilia, and the professor, they continued to keep in touch even after returning to Lamont State. 2 years later, however, word of Professor Epstein's death suddenly reached Sheena and my mother. My mother then took a horse-drawn carriage to Lamont and reunited with Lilia and LaToya. The loss of the professor resulted in much turmoil. And amidst it all, my mother was tasked by LaToya and Lilia with bringing the latter back to Calvert in secret. Lilia was then taken into Sheena's household, spending several years with her under a different surname. When Sheena eventually passed at the age of 80, Lilia, with my mother's aid, learned to fend for herself at 18 and began living on her own. From then until the day Lilia left this world at age 46, she and my mother supposedly remained the best of friends. And included in their circle, I'd wager, was LaToya Hamilton, the only one of the 3 disciples who knew the truth.
Thanks, Mom. We'll hear the rest straight from Grammy's mouth.
As you ought to. Both as her granddaughter and the grim cat of today.
Oh, good. You're still here. I think you'll appreciate what I've brought.
Aha! Might that be?
A lifesaver is what it is. About time we hit the road then. Guy must have had some hang-ups from his old job at the Order of the Moonlight Horse. Anyway, sounds like the other enforcers are in the wings, so we'll let him play sentry in the meantime. On that note, it's a small surprise you opted to tag along with us.
Hardly. I'm pretty positive Ix already skipped town anyway. Besides, you put a lot of work in for my request. I've got to make that up to you on some level.
Yeah? In that case, the more the merrier.
A girl of integrity after all, I see.
We're happy to have the extra firepower, too.
Definitely. Right now, getting to Agnes and Ren takes bad news, though. Both of their Zyphus are completely... The only explanation that comes to mind is that they're in some kind of...
That figures.
It's the same with Grammy. But that aside, Catra...
You holding up okay about your own grandma?
I am. Finding out Kevin... But she has more... That being said...
Catra...
The particulars elude us. That is, until you can inquire about them directly.
My thoughts exactly. I have a hunch we'll get a Young and Essie are...
Listen to you, talking the talk.
Do allow us to assist when it comes time to walk the walk, as it were.
Yeah. Besides, this is Professor Hamilton we're dealing with. No way she doesn't have her reasons. But first, we need to meet with Agnes and Dominique and see what they know.
No need to tell us twice.
You said it. This time, I'm gonna be the one grilling Grammy for a change.
Vermati's already on the case, so a lead is sure to follow soon.
Jack and Hal caught me upside down and sideways. That aside, I was able to pinpoint the limits. They seemed to...
Dios almighty. It's just been one bombshell after another this entire call. When Inspector DeSwanee reported the Anchorville case as more or less closed, we figured that was that. But then he ordered me to work together with you. And now, here I am patching into some confidential secret share-a-thon. Be honest, I'm with the Inspector on this one. CID's gone way out of line. They've been keeping this whole ulterior motive behind the space program under wraps from not only the public, but regular law enforcement too. Putting civilians under lock and key just tops it all off, even if one of them's the president's daughter. That's enough excuse to help out a bit until the inspector can make it back. But only within the bounds of the law, got it? I'm not looking to lose my badge here.
Till then, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Sorry, Odette. You too, Albert. I did try to send this directly to Van at first. But the main channels around the capital are completely blocked off, so I decided to use a land bypass instead. Please deliver this video to Van and them if possible. They should be arriving from Anchorville right about now. For the moment, try visiting Monmar in the 8th District. Oh yes, and let me give you the address of his go-to informant. At the moment, I'm being confined in a corner of the presidential office. But although they've placed me in a room devoid of any terminals or network access, it does have, if nothing else, a security camera. And thanks to a little trick I had up my sleeve, I was able to hijack it and send you this message. Oh, and don't worry, no one's been rough with me in the slightest. They even provided me with a luxurious breakfast this morning. In all likelihood, they're planning to set me free just as soon as this afternoon's rocket launch has concluded. My apologies, though. I was separated from Agnes and Dominique last night. It seemed as though they had some sort of discussion with the president, but I wasn't able to catch it on the interior surveillance system. Also, while I hate to say this where Judith can hear, there's definitely something going on with Dominique. Judging by a rather disquieting exchange between her and Kincaid, could it be that she has a connection to Professor Hamilton? What's more, those white replicas are apparently the professor's work. I'm still wrapping my head around it, but it must be doubly hard on you, Katra. Now, on to the main concern. I don't believe Agnes has been taken very far away. To start, the president has no plans to leave Edith. That would suggest he is seeing his plans through from somewhere in the vicinity. You may think, if not here in the presidential office, then perhaps the ruling party's headquarters. or else the capital's garrison, which you've previously visited. Wrong on both counts. It's bound to be a confidential location beyond the likes of either of those. For example, a place easily accessible from the head of state's official residence and capable of sustaining attacks from weapons of mass destruction. Here's a shot in the dark. Maybe the presidential office has an underground sector of sorts. I doubt I can keep the wool pulled over their eyes for much longer, so this'll have to end here. Be seeing you soon. Oh, and don't forget the birthday party arrangements. Agnes's presents won't get themselves.
But lunch is ready.
I ordered something quick and filling to eat. Can't head into battle with no fuel in the tank.
We asked them to make enough to go around, so feel free to have as much as you want.
Never seen you rush out this soon after coming home. But I can tell it's for a good reason. No sense holding you up with my rambling then. Dinner will be on the table tonight too, so you best not miss it.
Got it. Appreciate you looking out for us.
We'll make sure to bring our appetites.
You've got something special cooking to commemorate the launch, right? Can't wait to see how it pairs with a nice stiff drink.
I'm still a little concerned about Yorda, but she does seem to be looking healthier now. As I said this morning, though, don't go pushing yourself too hard. Can you promise me that?
Fine, whatever. And, thanks again.
Van?
What's wrong, Humes?
Oh, nothing. It's just, you still haven't figured out a present for Agnes yet, right? I'll help you pick something, but you gotta come back so we can go together.
Sounds good to me. We can even load your bicycle up in the truck and bring it with.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Van? Sorry to ask while your hands are so clearly full, but mind if we chat a bit?
Aaron, catch. Long as it's quick. Could have sworn you were supposed to be in Tharbad, though.
The event ended yesterday, so I caught an airliner back here this morning. The thing is, well, I'm just about to go to a launch viewing in the 3rd District with Yume and Paulette. She and Victor already gave me their blessings on this, but basically I plan on telling Yume about me being her father today. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, though. What do you think? Is it too soon?
I'd say it's a great idea. You go for that gold, Mr. Champ.